a video on preserved lemons, which I've never eaten and I've never made. So it seems like a good enough reason to have a go at making some. And I was on the market, and it was the last part of the day when people were starting to pack up, and the guy was selling off some lemons, and I got all these lemons for £2, which is really cheap. They're a little bit ropey, so that one's a little bit ropey. Can we see? We need a light on. So that one's a little bit ropey, a little bit damaged. I'm not. It's the price you pay for buying the last of the lemons that someone's got for £2. Normally lemons are about 3 or 4 for £1. I got all these for £2. So you take the rough with the smooth, and for all the ones that are nice, that's a nice one, just needs the ends whipping off. That's a nice one, that's a nice one. You know, you get a couple that are just a little bit like that. I might need some extra juice when making these preserved lemons, so they will be fine for juicing, but I'm not going to actually use those for the actual preserving part. It's pretty straightforward. From what I remember, it's just to whip off the top and the bottom, because you don't want that, and then we go almost all the way down like that. I've washed the lemons as well, and then so we can open the lemons out like that, and then I'm going to use rock salt. I'm not going to use the free running salt. I just don't. They put other things in it to keep it free running, and I just kind of think it's better to use what's that in the salt? That's a bit something or other. I just think it's better to use a rock salt or a sea salt. Well, it's a rock salt. It'll be a sea salt. Across. Yeah, so it won't have the anti-caking ingredients in it. So yeah. Oh, it's molten salt company as well, so it'll be pretty good stuff. So that, and then we put in a teaspoon-ish of salt per lemon, and then we put it in, squished together, and then we put it in a sterilised jar and repeat the process. Throw salt all over the floor and repeat the process. I'm going to do 2 jars. I'm going to do this nice big jar for me because I think it'll be because I've got some nice big jars and I think it'll look pretty, and then I'm going to do another jar which I'll probably end up giving away to my sister. We'll see how we'll kind of fill it, but that's what you do. And then, well, I'll do another one. No, not that one, this one. So whip that bit off, whip that bit off. So I'll fill the big jar, and then we'll see about if I've got enough left to fill the other jar, or vice versa, but we'll play around. So another teaspoon of ish salt in there. It just seems a little bit too easy to it just seems like one of those things that you can't. This just seems a little bit too easy, you know, just lemons and salt. Is that it? So I'm kind of curious, but I think it'd be something fun to do, so we'll do that. And yes, we'll do another one, and then you throw a bit of salt in per level as well, per layer as well. I don't think there's any kind of set kind of recipe. I've seen different recipes. I've seen people smash the lemons down to get the juice to kind of come out. You want the juice to come out of it. The salt will draw the moisture out of the lemons, and then it'll kind of ferment them ish. I've seen people squish the lemons down, and I've seen other people not squish the lemons down to get the juice out of them. I think the salt will naturally draw the juice out of them, and then we're left with juicy lemons. And if we need to add a little bit more lemon juice, we've got those lemons that aren't particularly good ones. We'll see how we go. So that should be in there, and we squish the 4th one in there. Yeah, so we'll squish the 4th one in there. That'll be fine. And then throw in a bit of extra salt, and we'll keep doing that and building up the layers, and we'll see how we go. Right, lemons are in the jars, and as you can see, I've added some those ropey lemons. The skin wasn't particularly nice on the outside. I have juiced those, and I've added that to the jars, but also some of the lemon, the salt is making the juice come out of the lemons. So hopefully there'll be enough juice coming out of lemons to fill the jar right up with lemon juice. So the lemons will drop down and the juice will come up. And I've done 2 smaller jars as well. It's just easier to use smaller jars rather than having to kind of like cram my fingers into a jar that size. You know, like my hands are too big for that jar, but it works kind of quite well with the smaller jars. And I have just put a bit of cling film around the top of the jars before I put the lids on. I'm not sure if I should have the lids tight, but we've got salt and we've got lemon juice in there, which will attack the metal of the lids of the jars. So the plastic will just protect the lids of the jars from being attacked by the acid of the lemon juice, and it's not acid and salt, but you get the idea. I don't want the lids corroding before this is kind of ready because it will taint the flavour of the lemon. So we'll see how it goes. They look pretty. It will just be a bit of an experiment. I think, yeah, I could have done it already. I thought about how I would do it differently. But we live and learn, don't we? I'm not going to redo it now because that would it can go on forever. I'd do it differently again, and then I'd learn something new, and then I'd have to redo it again and again and again. So it's fine. It's just an experiment. The lemons were cheap. Bit of salt, like it's cost me what, £3.50 to have a bit of play around. So it's kind of worth it in my eyes. But there we go. I have had a little bit of a rethink about this, and I think I'm going to put some more lemons in this. It's going to be quite difficult to squeeze them in. So what I thought I'll do is I will put 1/4 lemons in these gaps here, like there and there and there and there, because I don't think there's going to be enough juice to kind of fill that up. So I think we need to fill the spaces with more lemon, and then it will completely submerge anything. It'll mean that I'll use one of these jars to do it. So I'll take the lemons from this one, because that's got more lemons in. I'll take the lemons from this one and use those to kind of fill up all the gaps. I think just to kind of like a bit of a gut feeling, but that's what I'm going to do. And then we'll see how it is tomorrow. And we can buy some more lemons and put a bit more juice in. But I think that's it's not what I think I'm going to do. It is what I'm going to do. We live and learn, don't we? We ever think about things. But there you go. That's what I'm going to do. Go. I'm happier with that. The lemon juice is all the way to the top, and there's a lot more lemons in there. It's quite salty as well. I've tasted it, so I'm sure that will be fine. We will see what that one looks like in the morning. We'll leave it overnight and see what happens. We might need to press that one down. I have got another lemon in the fridge, so we'll see about juicing that lemon and maybe putting some more lemon juice in there tomorrow, or maybe actually just squeezing in that lemon. We'll kind of see tomorrow, but I'm happy with that one. We'll see what that looks like tomorrow. I won't bother filming that. You'll know you'll just know either way. Or maybe I will film it. I don't know. Oh, God. Waffling and faffing again.